Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Apologies, just because of the traffic outside, there's a slight delay. We are waiting for a few of dignitaries, and then we're going to start very shortly. Thank you. Distinguished guests, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Comstech World University Association for Community Development academic forum being held here today at Comstech. We will formally begin the inaugural session with the recitation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Now, to start off the inaugural session for today's academic forum, I would like to invite the Coordinator General, OIC Comstech, His Excellency Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Chaudhry, for his welcome remarks.
Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, Excellency Ambassador of Yemen, diplomats from Libya, Kazakhstan, Indonesia, Tajikistan. Journalism is with us. Our very dear sister, Professor Dr. Newman. And we have the chief guest with us also, the Deputy Head of Mission of Indonesia. And I'll tell you why Indonesia remains extremely important country for the OIC and for comstech. We also have with us Professor Dr. Shahid Mahmood, our honorary senior advisor, the brain behind comstech, and very distinguished delegation of WUACD, which is World Universities Association for Community Development, represented by member universities from many countries, including Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, the Philippines, Australia, and Bangladesh. And of course, directors of various universities, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to welcome you at the OIC comstech. This institution is a very important one in terms of its virtue and mandate. And we are so absolutely delighted that we have this extremely important event today, which is OIC comstech and WUACD Academic Forum. Now, this event is about bridging universities with the societal needs. So we have been traditionally serving as institutions where we provide knowledge, information, and a skill to our graduates. And we have now a new role to play, and that is to bridge education with social transformation. And this is exactly what this Association of Community Development Universities is trying to do. An extremely important institution which was established with the mission of gathering universities with the core mandate of linking quality education with social transformation and economic development. And this is exactly what comstech is doing also. comstech, the Ministerial Standing Committee for Science and Technology, is a premier institution of Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Let me tell you that we are here in this hall, we have at least representation from 20 OIC member states. We already have almost 1/3 of OIC here. And Organization of Islamic Cooperation is the second largest multilateral organization after United Nations. So it has its own leverage in world affairs. Apart from its political challenges, most importantly, comstech represent OIC's development arm, as we are responsible of science, technology, higher education, health, and climate. And combining them together, this is in complete consonance with the mission of World Universities Association for Community Development. And this is precisely the reason that we have decided to have inauguration of this office at the comstech Secretariat. I wish to remind you that universities need to reinvent, rebrand, and redefine their role. As often mentioned, that we are living in a post-modern world. Modernity per se has really gone beyond, and that we live in a period which is marked with chaos, unpredictability, and uncertainty. And this is a post-normal time. And I wish to, I remember what Thomas Kuhn said, a great philosopher of contemporary philosophy of science, and he said that during the normal period, we accumulate many exceptions. And then all of a sudden, there is a paradigm shift. So we are right behind a paradigm shift, which will come, of course, in a greater cost of chaos and disturbance of the highest magnitude. In this world where we have uncertainties of an absolute magnitude, where we have a complete breakdown of international rule-based law, where we have a decline in quality of political leadership, where we have economic meltdown, where we have genocide committed in front of us, and the world is not able to do anything, where information is used as a tool of fake news, where machine and algorithm is taking the authority, and human race, by its definition, is becoming an extinct species. We have a world where universities have to reinvent. And if we don't do that, we become obsolete, redundant, and useless organizations. Universities have to train graduates for future. And we don't know what future would look like. So you need to train for something which you don't know. So, and that is the hallmark of a post-modern chaotic period in which we are actually currently going through. But something is really extremely important, which is certain, and that is uncertainty. If there is anything which is confirmed and accepted, is uncertainty. We have huge challenges of machine taking over the authority. We have huge challenges of human race becoming redundant. We have challenges of climate, and my dear brother, Professor Dr. Shahid, will talk about that as well, where humanity has decided to commit collective suicide. They have decided that, despite that we claim to be the smartest among all species, we are the most stupid one, because we are right at the verge of a tipping point where humanity will destroy this planet Earth, the only home which we have. In this extremely unpredictable world, we have to train our graduates for the future. And how can we do that? Of course, we need to, in them, inculcate a core value of adaptability, the most important virtue which will float them for the future. They need to be adaptable. They need to be flexible. They should have emotional stability, because technological development are so mind-blowing that it's very difficult for any sane person to remain sane in this extremely unpredictable world. We need to create in them the capacity to collaborate, have a creative thinking, connect to the world, and navigate uncertainty. These are core values, especially for us, people from developing countries and the OIC, which is 57 countries in 4 continents and 5 observer states, including Thailand, Russia, and others. We have this demographic shift. We have this huge population bulge, a youth bulge, which is on one hand is a dividend and also an asset. On the other hand, it is a population bomb which can explode and destroy everything. So we need to use this demographic advantage as the global north going through a population demographic winter. They have declining population. And as being a characteristic of a youthful age, creativity and innovation is the attribute of young people. So innovation hub has to be shifted to our part of the world. We need to train our students for innovation. And not only innovation in science and technology, but innovation in their own virtues. They need to reinvent themselves again and again as they would face the challenges of multiple career opportunities and uncertainty, which is of unparalleled magnitude. We need to inculcate in them core moral values. We need to make sure that they are equipped with critical thinking. They are flexible in their nature. They have necessary soft skill to navigate the uncertain future, because knowledge which they will acquire today will become outdated in few decades. What we teach them would not only be useful for them, in fact, it's going to be harmful in a way that if they keep that knowledge with them and stick to them, is going to harm them, because that knowledge will become redundant and useless. So they need to have the capacity of unlearning and relearning. Universities have to prepare for that particular paradigm where there is a constant education. So students enroll in universities today remain here students forever, because in their productive life of about 90 years plus, as the population will have an average age of 95 or something, they would have to come back to universities and again. And as importantly, education should not be without values. It's not that we provide them knowledge for their social stature and economic gain. We need to provide them education for social responsibility. And there we have Islamic values. And I honestly don't have any translation of words that called hikmah, wisdom. And my dear brother can fill me out. It's not wisdom. Hikmah is much larger concept than wisdom alone. And tarbiyah can't be training, because training is just a very small component of a tarbiyah, which is wholesome in creating a personality of good virtues. And then ilm nafi, they should strive for knowledge which benefit, as the hadith of our Prophet, a prayer of our Prophet, peace be upon him. And they need to have akhlaq, the virtues. And these attributes connect them to communities, because communities are the constituencies which support education. We cannot really live in ivory towers. We need to connect them to the future need. We need to connect with the future generation. And of course, we need to connect to community and world at large. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for welcoming our guests and for your insightful remarks. Before we move forward with the inaugural session, we'll have a brief introduction of our delegation from WUACD, the World University Association for Community Development. So perhaps we'll start from the left. We'll have a brief introduction of our delegation from WUACD.
Should I stand up or just sitting like this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is honor for me to be visit this very good countries, Pakistan, and thank you very much for become hosting of this very good seminar or conference to His Excellency Professor Iqbal. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurul Bariza. Actually, I'm professor of international law from the Faculty of Law Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya. I was a dean of the faculty, and then now I'm appointed as a head of the Quality Assurance Board at the Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you for the invitation to this very August Well, I'm Dr. Humaira from Dr. Panvan Center for Molecular Medicine and Drug Research, International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences. I'm professor of molecular medicine, and this is all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you for this honorable occasion. Thank you for being here. My name is Mutia Nauli. I am from University of Sumatera Utara. My area of teaching and research is psychology. Hello.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Professor Aziz Rahman. I'm representing Federation University Australia. I'm representing our Vice Chancellor. I'm the Professor of Public Health and as the Dean of Research. I'm also the Project Coordinator of Health and Environment of WUACD. And thank you very much for inviting me.
A pleasant morning to everyone. I'm Professor Faustito A. Aure. I'm representing the Eastern Visayas State University, Philippines. Mabuhay. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning. I'm Dr. Mohammad Sarwar Hussain, Dean, Faculty of Health and Life Science, Daffodil International University. I'm very happy to be here and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to represent myself and also our university. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Horas, it is Indonesian said Horas. Hello for everybody. I'm a Professor Dr. Rita Fatima Alimunte. My research and my specialty is a woman-planner in a small business. It's nice to meet you and thank you for inviting me. For Dr. Nyoman, thank you for this time. A moment is nice to meet you all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to everyone here. I'm Siti Hafsha Idris, Associate Professor from Faculty of Law, UiTM, Malaysia. Currently, I'm the Director of Divisions of Community and Sustainability in UiTM, Shalam, under the purview of the Vice Chancellor's Office. So we actually linkages the industry and also the academia through quintuple helix for the community development in Malaysia, particularly with the technology and also the expertise from the university. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sudarso from Sosiologi Departemen Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya, Indonesia. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Dr. Mutakin. I'm Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Airlangga. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mahmoud Aditya Rifki. Currently, I'm the Vice Dean for Research, Community Development and Partnership, Faculty of Public Health, Airlangga University, Indonesia. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mr. Salman Zafar, Registrar, National University of Technology, which is the only university for industry. And we are looking after the complete national qualification framework in our university, which includes the skill training also and the higher education also. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Dr. Rabia Liaquat, working as an associate professor at Center for Advanced Studies in Energy at NAST, and my area of expertise are energy and environment. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. I am Dr. Abdul Rahman, Educational Advisor from Yemen Embassy, Islam. Looking for international collaborations that can help, all the OIC countries, especially Yemen in this time.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Mahi Mumtaz, representing the Community Service Program at NAS. And I'm really happy to see all my colleagues of WUACD in Pakistan. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sana Mukhtar from Zambia University, Islamabad. My field is psychology, And main thing that is related to community development and engagement is mental well-being and overall social well-being.
Thank you very much. So we also have a lot of representatives from our local universities of the Consortium of Excellence. And later on in the session, we'll have a specific session where we'll have presentations from our local universities here as well. So we can work on that avenue of collaboration between WUACD and the research institutions here in Pakistan. So thank you very much to the delegation for your introduction and for your presence here today. Moving on with the program now for a brief introduction to the World University Association for Community Development. I would like to invite the Executive Secretary, WUACD, Professor Dr. Newman. Please, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning, our honorable, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So our honorable, His Excellency, Professor Dr. Iqbal Qodari, Coordinator General of OIC Comstech, and also our honorable Mr. Rahmat Hidyata Kusuma, the Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, Justice Professor Dr. Syed Muhammad Anwar, Alim Judge, Federal Shariat Court of Pakistan. So our Honorable also Professor Dr. Nias Ahmad Akhtar, Chairman Higher Education Commission Pakistan, and also His Excellency Dr. Khalid Makbul Siddiq, Federal Minister of Federal Education and Professional Training, Ministry of Federal Education and Professional Training in Pakistan, Professor Dr. Hamud Ur-Rahman, the CEO, the collector in the Pakistan. So on behalf of Rector Universitas Erlangga, please allow me, before I introduce briefly about WUACD, the World University Association for Community Development, please allow me to share the welcoming speech by the video from our President of WUACD, Rector of Universitas Erlangga, Professor Muhammad Madian.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. His Excellency Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Khudori Mustafa, Coordinator General of OIC Comstech, distinguished university partners of the WUACD board's members, honorable representative from partner university, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege to join you on this significant occasion, the official launching of the World University Association for Community Development Office at the OIC Comstech Secretariat, Islamabad, Pakistan. Please allow me to convey my profound apologies to His Excellency Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Khudori Mustafa, Coordinator General of OIC Comstech, and to all the WUACD boards and members for my inability to be physically present at this distinguished inauguration ceremony. Nevertheless, it is truly an honor to join this important occasion in spirit. I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to OIC Comstech for their strong commitment and partnership, as well as for supporting the establishment of this office as a hub for collaboration and impact. Ladies and gentlemen, in June last year, WUACD and OIC Comstech formalized our partnership through a Memorandum of Understanding, marking a shared commitment to fostering collaboration among universities, particularly within OIC member countries, to address global challenges. Today, we take a significant step forward. This office is not merely a physical space, but a symbol of our shared vision to position universities as a key drivers of community development and global impact. Since early 2026, WUACD has actively implemented programs such as international conference, academic exchange, and mobility initiative, fostering knowledge sharing, collaboration, and global engagement. In parallel with today's inauguration, we are also holding two international conferences. The first focuses on lifestyle challenges, strategies for health, gender, and climate sustainability, in collaboration with the University of the Punjab. A second addresses society, sustainability, and social transformation in digital era, in partnership with Bahria University, Islamabad. In addition, we are implementing an international community development program focusing on indoor air pollution in Pakistan, in collaboration with the Human Development Foundation as a value NGO partners. We sincerely thank OIC Comstech for their support in making these initiatives possible. Looking ahead, WUACD will continue to expand its collaboration across regions through joint programs and global partnership. Distinguished guests, this partnership between WUACD and OIC Comstech holds great potential. This office will serve as a strategic platform to strengthen collaboration, advance research and innovation, and enhance community engagement across nations, with the goals of creating real and measurable impact. This concrete collaboration demonstrates that our partnership is not only institutional, but truly impactful for communities worldwide. As we inaugurate this office, let us reaffirm our commitment to collaboration, inclusivity, and shared progress. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So with our honor to be here, so thank you so much and appreciate it to Professor Iqbal, His Excellency, for this opportunity for WUACD to introduce what is WUACD itself. So WUACD is the World University Association for Community Development, and already also introduced by the President, our Rector, Professor Muhammad Dian. See, this is the association is established in 2018. We have around 12 founder university. So this association is the member or the esteemed partner is all from the university. So this is, I think, is very great collaboration with the OIC Comstech that consists of 57 countries in the world. So this belong to so many or so big university numbers. So I think also already mentioned by His Excellency Prof. Iqbal, but this university and also the community with the Comstech, this is like a bridging from the university with the student, with the lecturer expertise there to bring them from university to give the more impact and the outcome with to our community and society in the global area. So with this initiative for build this WUACD with the 12 founder from many ASEAN, especially for the ASEAN countries university. So we then would like to give the more positive impact to the society. So every year, then we conduct a thing like a WACD summit, and also the board meeting for the whole founder will be meet in the board meeting and discussing about our next program year by year. So our vision and mission and objective of this WACD association is already mentioned by our president of WACD, that we would like to become giving the more positive impact to the society and also involving our student. And now we know that we entering like the society 5.0. So our student mentioning also with the professor, His Excellency Professor Iqbal, they're giving their value. So it's not only they study in their campus or university, wherever they come from, but the important thing now in uncertainty condition, the student also should have learning, transformative learning from campus to the society. So they have like critical thinking and also the compassion, collaboration, and also communication. And mostly the important is the humanity value from themselves to the global community. So why in the society 5.0 is now is not only machine is all of our life, but humanity is very, very important. So this is the vision of this WACD and also the mission to bring more impactful what we are doing in our campus to our community and also helping the community and solve their issue or their problem in any countries belong to the WCD, but also beyond of WACD partner members. So mostly we our objective of course collaboration with all of the various colleges. Now we have 57 countries from OIC members. So I think this is very, very Alhamdulillah, good opportunity from the for WACD to bring more impactful with the OIC Comstech member in the world. So this is our executive leaders. So the president is integrated with the rector of Universitas Erlangga. Professor Muhammad Madian just elected as a new rector of Universitas Erlangga, also as a new president of WACD last year in 2025. And he also supported by the vice rector who handling as a chairperson of WACD for research, innovation, and community development is Professor Muhammad Miftahu Surur, and supporting by the secretariat, myself, I'm executive secretary of WACD. We have one coordinator, Dr. Sabto. He's from the Faculty of Marine and Fisheries. And also we have 4 project coordinators. So the uniqueness of this WACD is the project coordinator will be elected by all the esteemed WACD partner or members. So every 2 years we elect, we have an election to select the 4 project coordinator who comes from any universities members of WACD. So for these 2 years, we have the one Professor Muhammad Aziz that already joined with us today from Federation University, but I'm sorry, this is a typo. She is a project coordinator for health and environment. And also we have Dr. Agung from Universitas Erlangga. He's the project coordinator of sustainable economy. And then also from University Putra Malaysia, Professor Muhammad Roslan. He's the one project coordinator of social development and multicultural. And the last one, Professor Ira Nurmala, he's from public health. He's the one project coordinator of innovative education and long life learning. So for the 4th project coordinator, I think is really very matched and in line with the OIC Comstech program. So we hope that started with inauguration of WACD office in OIC Comstech office and also OIC Comstech office in WACD office in Indonesia. So we hope that we can do many things to our community in the world. So we also supporting by the secretariat itself who handling the administration day by day to communicate with the any our esteemed guests and also the esteemed partner or member of WACD. The four of them is Mr. Firdaus, Miss Connie, Miss Sabrina, Miss Raisa, and also Mr. Vishnu. Mr. Vishnu is the important person because he's our treasurer who handling the budget of WACD. So this is all our members countries from WACD. Mostly they come from Asia countries. So the university from Asia, from ASEAN is the majority of our partner. From Malaysia, from Thailand, we have also from the Philippines, and we have also part from the Australia, Federation and New University, Notre Dame, Murdoch, Griffith, and also with Western Sydney University in Indonesia. So we have several Australian university now also opening their campus in Indonesia. So some of their Indonesian campus join with WACD. And we have some from Africa, with supporting by Professor, His Excellency Professor Iqbal and Comstech. So now we opening, adding additional university from the Africa. So next June we will also visit and have a community development program on the cultivation of the endemic plant from Indonesia, like ginger, because we have Indonesian industry in Eswatini, in the south of Africa, and we would like to make like a cultivation our Indonesian plant because they are already imported this kind of the herbal medicine. So we hope that with this kind of the activity, we can enlarging our network with many university in the part of the OIC Comstech. So this is the 4 priority activity and also related with the 4 project coordinator. And yesterday we have a meeting with the Human Development Foundation in Pakistan. We signing the MOU under witness with His Excellency Professor Iqbal. So we hope that in the future we can do many things to our community in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Indonesia, and also in other ASEAN countries. With the expertise come from OIC Comstech and also come from WUACD. So the 4 activity yearly we do with like international community development, like we will do tomorrow in Pakistan for indoor air pollution. And also a joint conference and symposium with the Bahria University and Punjab University, because the second program also international joint conference that we do with many university from any countries of WACD members, but we hope in the future with also university in OIC Comstech members. So we have annual meeting 2 times. I already mentioned the one is board meeting. This is special for the executive board member who initiated the build of WACD, and also we have summit. So next June in our summit, we will also in conjunction with the ASEAN Korean Symposium on Biomass Utilization and Renewable Energy, and also with the tourism, health tourism with the 3 hospitals in Bali. So we invite all of you to join this program in Bali for the next June. So we hope that your expertise will be also shared with us and also with our community in the hospital area. So the 3rd program is WACD Mobility Program. This is like exchange of the expertise, exchange the student to make more activity and also learning so many things with the community, and of course also educated our community in long life learning. So it's not only the formal education in the school or university, but we also can do educated people in the community. So this is yearly our recapitulation program since 2018 until 2025. And the important thing that we signing the MOU between WACD and OIC Comstech last June in Surabaya in the WUACD summit. So we can see here the key areas program for WACD and comstech. We can do together, and we have a link and match. And I think the matchmaking is really match between comstech and WACD. So for example, in OIC comstech, also mentioned by His Excellency Professor Iqbal, that mostly in capacity building for the faculty exchange, student mobility, senior management exchange and training, and also join the project, especially with the WACD. We hope that mostly to our community program. And with the WACD, we have like 4 priority program for innovative education and long life learning, health and environment, social development, and multiculturalism, and also sustainable economy. So this is our started program with the OIC comstech from for this year. So we already done with the comstech, support by the comstech in Nigeria last February for natural product chemistry development, and also for the next June with the Eswatini for the herbal medicine with the industrial of Tirta Ayu Spa. So for this kind of the collaboration, I think is very important. It's not only the association with the 1 or 2 association, but we hope that we can expanding multi-helix collaboration to accelerate the SDGs achievement, like we have done with the WASD. So it is a little bit like the similar name with WUACD. So WASD is the World Association for Sustainable Development. So this is the headquarters in UK, and the president is Professor Alam. We are also have collaboration WACD with the ASEAN, like BCG Biocircular Green Technology Network, and also ASEAN University Social Responsibility and Sustainability, mentioning by Professor Iqbal. We call it Asia Engage. This secretariat in University Kebangsaan Malaysia in Malaysia. So we also with the Asia Pacific AUAP, Asia Universe Association University in Asia and Pacific. Of course, also with the comstech. So this is one appreciation award from WASD to WACD, because we are very hands in hands together to conducting especially education by webinar among the expertise in WASD and also the expertise in WUACD. So please excuse me if I still have time maybe to share the video or a moment. Okay, the important thing, sorry. This is the last year program. And also the important thing that we maybe share, I think the floating hospital may be the more important thing that we can do, because Indonesia is archipelago country. So we invited expertise from anyone from the global area to join and help the remote population in Indonesia, the remote island population in Indonesia, that we can share. We have on floating market, sorry, floating hospital. How to? Sorry.
Indonesia is a vast country. The population has reached 264 billion, spread across 17,504 islands. They have every right to get health insurance. Universitas Airlangga Hospital, Oloibay, and East Java Health Agency feel the calling to give people living in other islands access to healthcare services, to provide immediate assistance to disaster areas through the floating hospital, even to support humanitarian aid. Across the ocean, reaching the outermost islands, the medical team of Ksatria Airlangga Floating Hospital is always there to serve humanity.
This is our hospital, floating hospital, who helps the society or community in the remote island in Indonesia, and we should also invited the expertise from WACD. So this is sorry, another program of WACD in 2025. This is I think our last video. So thank you very much for all your kind attention. So we hope by inauguration our WACD office in OIC Comstech. So we hope we will have so many activity program and giving the positive impact to our society. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for introducing the audience with the World University Association for Community Development and its various programs and activities. Now for his remarks, I would like to invite the Honorary Senior Advisor Comstech, Professor Dr. Shahid Mahmood. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning, Your Excellency, Professor Dr. Iqbal, distinguished guests. While I was listening to the professor, it pleasantly reminded me that I have been fortunate to have visited your university and spent time there under your gracious, being the host yourself. It is indeed a great honor and a privilege to have such distinguished people in this august house. And when I say that, I say it with concern and I say it with a desire to share. His Excellency, I think, listens to me quite often when I say, what are the challenges? We are all here. Allah Ta'ala has gifted us to be knowledgeable enough to be sitting as audience, as members of this august house. This organization that has been put together could not have been more timely, though it started just a year before COVID hit the world. COVID was the first titanic shift on how the world now relooks at itself. And when I say that, the days of COVID, if we all remember and go back, was a time that collectively humanity got together for the first time, trying to fight nature. One microorganism developed the threat that humanity had not seen at that scale. This, in its own way, had two functions. One, that it brought the humanity together, but it also told humanity how fragile we are. And that fragileness is what is going to be our future challenge and our future responsibilities. Because it happened right before our eyes. All of us were there. We are fortunate that most of us survived. Those who didn't, we realized that it was an 8-day game. In 8 days, from being healthy, you were gone. And a lot of us lost a lot of friends, family, members across the world. What it did on the surface was how it opened our eyes to where the world is going. But it also left a very, very deep impact on the economies of the world. The world in that time frame lost $30 trillion. Today, we have another titanic shift. Though the war on Iran looks very different, but its socio-economic and economic impact, coupled with what we faced in 2019's COVID, is a multiple factor that will shift survival of a lot of nations, those who think are very stable, but if they do not have the right infrastructure and the right thought process, will feel the pinch and its impact. Nobody has calculated yet on its true impact, but I would say that the 60 days are as lethal to the world's economy as was COVID. Now you add these two things and you see what is the future. There is a science called foresight, and foresight teaches us that whatever we did in our hindsight, and when I say that we take the hindsight data sets from 1900, in 1900, we were 1 billion people. In 2100, we will be 11.4 billion people. Same Earth and its resources. That's our first challenge. With us still trying to move from the Second World War thought process of military as a power to knowledge as a power, or changing strategic positioning on how the world will reformat as a new world order. Which one has succeeded, capitalism or communism? Which one has more depth for survival will be the next 70 years question. So with 11.4 billion people, all striving to extract from the same earth that was looking after 1 billion people 200 years ago, is the first challenge. As members of the academia, as people who have been blessed taught, experienced the world over. Couldn't be a better day to have your organization here and with its office in the OIC Comstech, because together we become close to 2 billion people. That's about the 25% of world currently 8.5 billion that I'm talking about. Now you take the community with a completely new transformation. One is the population shift. From what we see today, what will change are two major factors. 40% of the world will be in Africa. Maiden age in Africa is 19 years. 19-year-olds, 40%. And they will then trigger one set of what will be community development. Most of us do not understand on the depth and the cultural associations that Africa has, how many languages are spoken, over the years and centuries, how they were influenced. And then on the other side, we will have Asia with 42%. So here is a world in the last decades educated with Western education, which is now, I think, could not have been highlighted more as democracy or anything with the leadership of President Trump. I think has given an awakening to the entire world that this was the British Raj, then the US, 250-year-old history, trying to take on civilizations that have been there for years, those who have depth. Which one will survive? And I think the answers are very clear in front of us. Survivability from here onwards, with the economic fracture that we already have, with the population shift, and then to top that, the 9 tipping points, 7 that we've already tipped, the climate impact. So feeding people, keeping them to be normal. One of the foresight studies says that there will be 6 billion people working out of the 11.4 billion. And out of the 6 billion, 3 billion people will have actual jobs. Of the 3 billion, only 1 billion will be working as proper jobs. The others will be freelancers. This brings in the other very interesting factor. We have progressed as humans in technology tremendously. Technology today allows us to connect. Now, the differentiation has to be those who are knowledgeable enough about their silos and about their domain expertise understand what is fake and what is true. AI is going to be the next thing that we have to tackle as humanity. I don't take it as a negative, I take it as a positive. And let me share why I take it as a positive. The first challenge is limited resources, climate is moving, and within that climate impact, while we study all the factors, we do not study biodiversity that is being removed. It is faster than ever in history, and it was this spectrum of biodiversity that allowed Earth to be in its normal self. While we are equipped now with technology and speed of connectivity, all of us carry smartphones, all of us are connected, and with 5G and moving to 6G, we have moved at speeds of connectivity. If 2G was 2, 3 was not 3, and 5 is not 5, 5 is 100, and 6 will be 1,000 times faster. With 1,000 times faster, with the GPUs processing the data that we are now sharing with each other, brings us to a very common thread, which I think collectively, the two organizations, especially OIC Comstech's help, would bring about what do we consider within communities ethically correct. If we move from that ethically correct spectrum, which Islam teaches us, which nature has repeatedly taught us. I keep saying that nature does not lie. The sun will rise and set, the tides will come and go, and all of the species teach us something or the other. From the Quran, we have learned a lot of things which we are now proving with scientific knowledge. With communities across the 57 OIC countries spread in different parts of the world, each, especially Indonesia, understanding the sea world better than anybody else, Malaysia, we have Turkey, we have Yemen, we have all of the Muslim countries, and on the north of Africa, the largest collective being from the OIC countries. This religious understanding and belief with the current availability of technology, connectivity at speeds that human race has never seen, processing speeds that we have never seen, the GPUs. AI was there in the 50s, but today it is spreading like wildfire. And when it is spreading, it is moving in the hands of a few very capable algorithm writers. And these writers are one of the most precious commodity in the world right now. I was asked one day by a very senior person in our government that, Dr. Shahid, why don't you tell us what would it do for us to attract the cutting edge AI people in this country? And I said, sir, we cannot afford them. He said, what do you mean we cannot afford them? I said, the average take home of an AI expert who is in that league, which are changing the algorithms in the world, is about 250 million US. We struggle with what our university budgets are and who's paid what. These digital nomads who have experienced the COVID, so their realization is very different. Their realization is, why the hell were our grandparents and parents working their lives out and wanting to achieve and secure when life is all about 8 days? This mindset has made them believe and look at Earth in a very different way. And as per our calculations, there are about 40 million of these people. 40 million of these people will reside and be where governments will offer them the best infrastructure and lifestyle. And this is a course correction we have to do within our universities and our teaching mechanism. That if you want to attract the best of the best, you will then have to develop an ecosystem that has a background of understanding these 40 million nomads, because they will then drive the economies and they will then drive the future. And the future is there. It is up to us how we see it. The future belongs to those who will have the capacity and the capability to fix the 9 elements tipping points of nature, because if we achieve them on Earth, we are then all set with the space technology that we are today exploring to explore other planets and the galaxies. This is the seed that we need to sow in every member of the next generation, may they be Z generation, alpha or beta, and the ones that will come. They need to understand, and they don't need to look at us as people who do not understand what they are going through. What they are going through, like I said, is I need to be smart. I need to have access to maximum data in a very peaceful environment. And my mind, which has been exposed to all the technology from birth, can tackle it. But I also know that I have an 8-day life, because anytime there is another COVID, they know that it needs to be tackled or we're gone. So this is our challenge. And I thank Dr. Iqbal for giving me this opportunity to share these thoughts, because within the next 2 days or 3 days, when you are meeting people and you're discussing things and you're networking, do ponder on these things, because I believe they are our humanity's challenge. And the sooner we address them, we collectively work towards them, the safer and better world we will have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful remarks. Now, I would like to invite the chief guest of today's event, the Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia to Pakistan, Mr. Rahmat Kusuma. Please, sir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Professor Iqbal Chaudhry, Honorable Professor Ni Nyoman Tri Puspaningsih, Honorable Professor, and Excellencies, Honorable Professors, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, with honor for me to represent Excellency Ambassador of Indonesia, Mr. Chandrawasana Sukotra, to meet great people in this blessed room. Excellency convey his best regards to you all, as now Excellency is in the meeting, online meeting for internship online program hosted by our embassy on behalf of ASEAN representative here in Pakistan to connect students and academic in the Punjab University with our prominent university and academics from Indonesia and ASEAN countries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very hard for me to speak in front of you because, you know, in front of me now, there are great people, honorable professors, who are having deep understanding in what is going on right now in the world. As a diplomat from the big country like Indonesia, signed in the big country like Pakistan, we are encouraged to speak everything. So that's why if my remark on behalf of Ambassador is not deep according to you, so in the beginning, I convey my apology. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable professors, OIC Comstech is a reliable partner for Indonesian Embassy. It has been years that the Embassy of Indonesia and OIC Comstech has built partnership in developing our mutual interest, not only between Indonesia and Pakistan, but also between OIC member countries and Indonesia. Indonesia is center of excellence of virology and vaccine of the OIC member countries. With this important matter, we have organized the fellowship program in virology and vaccine. We postponed the fourth batch last 2025, and Professor Chaudhry mentioned when the Honorable Professor met with actually Ambassador that maybe because of the lack of the absence of Ambassador at the time, that's why the fourth batch was postponed. It was not that the reason. The reason was because our country, Indonesia, at that time has experienced in the smooth political transition between the previous government to the current government. That's why we hope that this year would be the fourth batch of the fellowship program in the virology and vaccine. Ladies and gentlemen, our collaboration with OIC Comstech is considered as the example of the collaboration, impactful collaboration between the Indonesian foreign mission around the world with the international organization. And because of this, the Embassy of Indonesia has already organized the scientific discussion in this blessed room regarding halal product, at 2022, and also the scientific discussion on palm oil to give scientific response to the public of Pakistan on the importance, on the critical part, the critical role of palm oil on the relation between Pakistan, Indonesia, and Malaysia. As for your information, that Indonesia and Malaysia are the largest exporter of palm oil in the world, and because of this, palm oil in Pakistan plays critical role in strengthening the bilateral relation between the two bilateral countries, Indonesia and Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the priority areas of diplomacy in Pakistan. First, economic diplomacy, and the second one is people-to-people contact. And the heart of people-to-people contact, we believe that it is education. Yes, tourism is very important. There are increasing numbers of Pakistani tourists to come to ASEAN, to come to Indonesia. Last year, we recorded in Indonesia only, there are 36,000 of Pakistani tourists to visit Indonesia only. Previously, the previous year, we recorded 33,000 of Pakistani tourists to visit Indonesia. Also, most of them come to Bali. But if we speak about the deeper relations in P2P context, of course, education plays pivotal roles. Why? I don't want to speak, more scientifically, because the professor already know this. But I want to reflect on Mr. Chaudhry's, Professor Chaudhry's experience. He fell in love with Indonesia and other Southeast Asian countries, and also its ASEAN countries. Because of him, I am here. Because of him, Indonesian embassy has very effective promotion of Indonesian food, Indonesian culture, Indonesian tourism, Indonesian universities, not only Indonesian, but the neighboring countries within ASEAN. It is impossible the tourists can explain how delicious is sambal in Indonesia, the very spicy thing in Indonesia. I know our delegation from USU, Medan, from Surabaya, and know very well what sambal. I think our colleagues from Malaysia also knows very well what sambal, right? Sambal is very spicy. And Mr. Chaudhry, yes, Pakistani people like spicy, but our spicy is very different. But he can tell how is, strong, how strong is our spicy, our sambal. And he also can tell about the detail of king of fruits. In Pakistan, there is king of fruit, mango, right? Mango. In our region, no. What is our king fruit? Durian, right? Durian. In Thailand also. Professor Chaudhry can tell this. So this is a very important. How is education playing its role in strengthening our relations? Our relations politically is already very strong. But this strength of relation must be supported by other significant relations, namely people-to-people relation. Again, education is heart of people-to-people relation. Ladies and gentlemen, last night, informally, I had the informal and short discussion with Professor Nias Akhtar, Chairman of Higher Education Commission of Pakistan in the Rifa International University. It was international conference co-hosted yes, by this international university and OIC Comstech. Unfortunately, we look forward Professor Chaudhry, but Honorable Professor Chaudhry was not there. Okay, what we underlined of the discussion is the importance of ethics. Because, you know, in the framework of OIC cooperation, we always remember what our Prophet Muhammad SAW mentioned, "Innama bu'ithtu liutammima makarimal akhlaq." The only reason why Prophet Muhammad SAW sent to the earth, to the world, is to improve the morality, the ethic. So the importance of ethic in knowledge, in business, in collaboration, in education, and any work, any fields of the cooperation, anything, any of discipline, you name it. And ethic, delivering ethic, cannot, you know, replaceable by, cannot be replaceable by the AI. Yes, we underline the importance of artificial intelligence, but ethic is, you know, above everything, and the only lecturer, only expert, only human can deliver perfectly the ethic as mentioned by Prophet Muhammad SAW. So I think this is what I can defer to all of you. Again, on behalf of Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia in Pakistan, we congratulate the World University Association for Community Development, and we wish you all the best in organizing the programs, and feel free to visit us at the embassy. We will have talks at the embassy other than the very important talks than last month. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would request the Coordinator General and Professor Shahid to present shields to our guests. So, sir, please present the shield first to the Deputy Head of Mission. And the second one to the Deputy Head of Mission from Indonesia, please. If the WUACD delegation can come downstairs, and we'll have the photo here because it's raining outside, so we can't. The delegation can come here on the podium. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So we will now resume the session for today's academic forum. And to begin the session, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Hamood Rahman, who is the CEO of the Collimators Pakistan, and he's going to give a talk on From Knowledge to Impact, Repositioning Universities for R&D Excellence, Innovation, Commercialization, and Global Collaboration. So please, let's all welcome Professor Dr. Hamood Rahman.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm Dr. Hamood Rahman. Today, the talk is relevant and very critical as per the meeting that we are having and the delegation that we have from Indonesia. I would be talking with the concept of the traditional university concept to the modern university concept, that we need to increase the impact from knowledge. So with this, I'm sure a lot of you know about so many things. Let's take them on a side and receive or in a way that we need to collaborate together. And that's what the essence of the talk. Universities typically designed for knowledge stability. Now, they are planned to evolve knowledge slowly, develop the professional, and send it to the market for that. Now, with the passage of time, this concept not only create a resilience in the university culture, sustaining their core structure that they are not willing to change. Now, this disrupt the universities because they are optimized for their own equilibrium or stability that they are intent to for the knowledge stability. Now, for decades, the universities have been evaluated by publication. And I'm sure it's all around the world that we are. But now the things are changing. The universities need to be evaluated by their impact. So impact by creating the patents, startups, policies, influences in terms of the collaboration and societal transformation. Now, this is what we want from the real world learning, that embedding the real world learning, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and experimental learnings, which are structurally difficult, but should be incorporated into the universities. Now, technological acceleration with the latest development of AI, climatic transition, geopolitical instabilities, and AI-driven market have changed so many things in that. So this has led to the innovation-driven, I would say, the education sector, which should impart the transformation into the society. Now, this transition from knowledge producer to the impact creator is very important nowadays. Now, if we see the global innovation impact, global R&D, approximately USA is getting around 3.5 to 5%, South Korean around 5%, and to everybody's surprise, Israel is getting to maximum around 6% to the R&D reality that we are facing today. And if we see in terms of the OIC countries, we are coming at a very least margin of 0.2 to 1%, which is quite alarming and requires due attention at all levels. Now, the innovation divide, average global R&D is around 1.9% of GDP. But for many developing countries, it's around or less than 0.5% of the GDP. Now, how we take the innovation and how does the innovation transform research, development, and innovation into the impact? If we see research, which is the core part of the RDI, advancing knowledge and solving real world problems. That is what we do, the research. Now, it enhances the global academic rankings of the universities by doing research, creating publications. But in terms of the innovation, this leads to the applied nature of the research while turning the ideas into the real world problem into an impact or into a product. Now, once we take this one, then with this development of the product needs to be commercialized. If we do a research and if we are unable to commercialize, it's not that fruitful for the society. And with this, if we do the commercialization, we need to do the societal development, and that's by taking the part of the collaborations and taking the problems of the society to do that innovation and the product development. Now, how do I perceive and I define the innovation? Everybody has its own perception of innovation. But my definition of innovation starts with research. And if you can convert that research into commercialization, then it's another part of the innovation. It's not the complete innovation that I presume should have been done. So this should lead to if this commercialization leads to the societal development, that's an important part, that you focus for the societal problems, take them into the research, develop the solution for society, and do it with collaboration. So my definition of innovation falls in these 4 parts. And mind you, this is the new paradigm that the universities are going to take. So new universities, they must become with an integrated ecosystem and not a coalition of silos. Because once you do independent research or the theoretical research, you become like a collection of these soils. Research, lead it to innovation, develop it with the commercialization strategies, would make an impact on the society. And this can only be done through globally connected institutions, and which is one of the main theme of today's gathering also. Why impact is not happening as we perceive? We don't have the knowledge problems because our institutions are full of with the knowledge. But the problem is the translation of the knowledge to the impact, the translation of the problem to the Now, once we do that, we come up three gaps, critical gaps there, those are there. And what is knowledge to the impact? So we are unable to translate the knowledge to the impact as we should have been. Innovation to the commercialization. We have done the innovation, but we have not been able to commercialize. And collaboration, but in terms of the fragmentation. So these three critical gaps are there to lead us, make us why we are not able to make an impact in the society from knowledge to the transformation of the impact. Now, we know and enhancing knowledge, creation and dissemination, we are already doing that. We are doing the funding, we are doing the local partnership with some international partnerships, but we have not been able to collaborate this particular knowledge sharing into the societal transformation. Now, we are still lacking in terms of the interdisciplinary research. We try to do the research, taking our own domain, but now the area is not a single domain research. The time has changed. We have to get into the interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary research environment. And till the time we don't do even in an institution, we don't do the cross-departmental projects, industry academia projects, taking the societal problems from the industry and then converting it into the research and leading into the impact. Making joint research and grant application, not only to the one single person, and innovation of knowledge exchange programs and corporate R&D engagement. These things play a very vital role in terms of the RDI development in academic excellence. Now, why we need a robust RDI ecosystem? Because we need to discuss, we need to address these gaps that we have identified. We have a very limited cross-disciplinary or multidisciplinary research that is going on. Insufficient commercialization support in the institutes. The policies and the frameworks are not fulfilling the right domain of the commercialization that we need. We have not been able to develop a structured framework for the research excellence. We are doing it in silos, but we have not been able to make an integrated, structured framework for the research and innovation excellence of the institutes. And it lacks lot of important criteria that we don't cater for while defining a policy or a framework for this particular part. No, creating pathways for research to commercialization. We need to establish technology transfer offices, university startup, incubation centers, technology zones, innovation marketplace. We have been very slow in conversion of it. And these, not only that we can increase the acceleration of the impact by creating all these things. Now, key components of an RDI infrastructure is the research portal that you should have. Identify the strengths of the research that you have in your institution. Identify the strengths of the collaborators institution. Combine them together. make an impact through combination of research and the strengths that both institutions have with that. Develop the right policies and framework, not only the theoretical policies that should fulfill the paperwork of the file. It should be practical, implementable, and stakeholder ownership with the policies and framework. Now, create the innovation hubs. Create the environment that you can facilitate the commercialization from the rooms of the research labs to the marketplace. And then the technology transfer offices do help in all these things. Now, I have mentioned a number of times the strategic policies and the framework. What does it contains? It should have the strategic priorities of the institute. What are the key impact areas of the institute? What they are going to create and what they intend with the future technologies or the cutting-edge technologies that they foresee. As during the opening session, Dr. Chaudhary also said, we need to see what is there in the future, but we don't know what is there. So we need to find those impact areas of the future or struggle to implement in our strategic framework with those. Then measure and gauge whatever you are doing and formulate, upgrade. It's a continuous improvement of the frameworks and the policies. And the most important part that you do is the evaluation, continuous feedback and evaluation of the system that you have done. And mind you, it doesn't, the evaluation or the upgradation of the policy and the framework doesn't come in days, weeks, or months. At least minimum a year time should be given to our framework and a policy. See the result, take the feedback, and then reevaluate and improve the framework. Now, once we do the RDI strategy, what should be the main objectives of this one? It should nurture the research culture. How? You make research conducive policies, develop the interdisciplinary centers of research, enhance research enablers, international conferences, collaborations, all these things would lead you to the research culture. And mind you, once you implement the research culture, your university ranking is automatically going to be taken care of. So focusing only on to the knowledge culture and focusing only on to the QS rank will keep you away from the impact, because impact would lead you to the societal problem solving of your own area and do. Now, once you do the research culture, then you foster the innovation ecosystem. So with the innovation ecosystem, develop the innovation centers, policies, frameworks, enhance innovation portfolios, augment the infrastructure to do that, and strengthen the drivers of innovation. And once you do, then create impact and sustainability. It's a systematic development that you do. And in this one, you translate this research into the impact. You make the innovation output, measure it, and then lead it for the societal development. You develop partnerships and collaborations. And by this, not only you do the networking, rather you do the development of the human resource, you do the development of the research areas, you do the development of the impact areas, that some areas are common at your site and some areas are common at the collaborators. So you combine and join them together, make a complete societal impact that you are looking for. Once you do that, then to translate your knowledge area to the impact, you are facing certain imperatives also. Now, if we see the traditional universities, so what system or the ecosystem we have, it is mainly the teaching driven. It's discipline based, publication based, and it's isolated. Because once you do these things, you are not getting into the collaboration that we do. Now, for the modern universities or the future universities that we are looking for, impact-driven, interdisciplinary, solution-centric, and globally connected. So if we do it like this, we will be in the run of the future universities. But then there is an uncomfortable truth also. We do the knowledge creation. The commercialization requires value creation. But those are different design logics. The knowledge and the impact creations, they are in different design logics. So scholarships lead you to the particular area of the discovery. Okay, this area we are giving you scholarship. You do that only. You need to create the venture capitalism. Venture creation will improve, will speed the learning velocity and the adaptation, because the venture capitalist is going to take you to the practical impact of the market commercialization. And we are trying to do it in a way that we are not trying to transform our structure or the system. We are going to place it layer by layer on this. And that is reason that we are unable to cultivate the results of that. Now, the research system, if you align it with the commercialization system, research system is mainly the knowledge base. The commercialization system is the value creation. So align the critical parts of the systems, and we will be able to integrate both sides for the product development and commercialization. Now, the imperatives, it's not marginal tweaks. We need the structural leaders. R&D excellence with purpose. Shifts yourself from publication to the problem solving. Once you do the problem solving, the publication will automatically. Align with your national priorities and the SDGs. SDGs will lead you to the community development. You should forget about, you will automatically get into the THE effect by doing the SDG. Promote the interdisciplinary research, and research must be judged by its relevance, not by its citation. The relevance with the societal development, the core problem where you live and where you need to help. Now, innovation systems, not the projects. Develop the system, structure the system. That system should lead you, not the project. And innovation must be systematic. It should be created from an idea, lead it to the prototype, and then to the product and to the market. Commercialization as a core function of your institution. Establish the required infrastructure. Transform funding dependency to the revenue generation. And how you can do that? Make research, develop the impact, patent, startups, and the market. Generate revenue. Sustainability of any research comes with the financial independence that you get. So automatically, once you do that, you get into the domain of the global collaborations and the partnerships. And mind you, these collaborations and the partnerships multiply the impact. So impact at one particular source, if you collaborate, will accelerate the speed of the impact. No single university can solve all the problems alone. We need to collaborate. We need to sit together, work as a team. We should create the community impact model. Universities should anchor the development. We should create the solutions with society, not for the society. Automatically, once you create it with society, the for society is going to be implied with that. Institutional barriers. Why universities struggle to deliver this impact? Because we have a rigid governance system that slows down the decision making. We have misalignment of incentives. We give incentive to the publication, but we don't do that desired weightage to the impact that is created through that research. We have very weak linkages of the industry. So limited commercialization leads to that. And then we have the constraints of the funding. The reward knowledge production will not be fruitful if we don't create the impact creation and the system with that. So manage the impact like a quality system you generate in your institution. Map the process, identify the bottlenecks, track failure nodes, and redefine contexts. If we cannot measure impact potentially and early, then we will track the progress over a long time. And we cannot improve the success rate of that particular impact. Unfortunately, at the moment, most institutions do not measure the process. So that is one of the major reasons that we have a slow impact transition. What must be changed? Governance reform, redesign the incentive, make the funding diversification, and create the digital infrastructure to figure out your strengths and weaknesses of the research and innovation. It requires a systematic redesign, not the incremental. Now, from constraints to transformation, the current system is rigid. We should have an agile governance system. Publication-focused system should be converted with an impact basis. Weak industry linkages should be strengthened with the industrial capabilities of the countries or the areas. And fragmented fundings should be made in terms of the diversified fund. And it's not incremental. It's structural. We need to do the transformation structurally. Now, at this moment, once we are sitting together, it's an excellent opportunity that we do joint R&D research programs, shared innovation platforms with each other, do the cross-border commercialization, and above all, we should do the academic diplomacy. That is what is going to lead you to the international collaborations and the partnerships and the developments. 3 priorities for knowledge to impact translation. Embed impact into the university strategy. We have the promotion criteria mainly focused on the publication. In fact, embed that one in the universities. Build and invest in the innovation commercialization effort. And strengthen your global partnerships. Now, the time for incremental change is over. We need to do the structural change. Now, the question is not whether universities can change the world, but whether we choose to be changed. Let us move from knowledge to impact, from isolation to collaboration, from potential to transformation. Universities are not failing because lack of knowledge. They are constrained by system not designed for them. Governance is slow, incentive reward publication based, not the impact based. Industry linkages are weak. Funding is narrow to one particular. Until we redesign the system, impact will remain excellent. With this, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful session. Up next, we will move on to the presentation by the local CCOE universities. Just a little brief. Currently, the ComStech Consortium of Excellence has over 85 institutions from over 20 member states, and the consortium is growing. So today, what we requested was that our local universities present here in Islamabad, they have been kind enough to be present here, and they will present their universities and the potential areas of collaboration. So we can have that collaboration with WUACD. So first and foremost, I would like to invite for the National University of Sciences and Technology, Professor Usman, who is the pro-rector, to give a brief presentation on NUST and the potential areas of collaboration.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So I'll take about 5 minutes just to quickly introduce my university that is called the National University of Sciences and Technology, or NUST as we commonly call it. So the university is very young. It was established back in 1991. And as you can see on the slide, we want to provide an experiential learning to our students. Mostly the university is aligned on the SDGs. Our focus is on innovation and collaboration. We offer programs in 7 main disciplines, so it's a very comprehensive university. As you can see that we focus on engineering, which is mainly our forte, computing and information technology, life sciences and medicines. We also have a medicine program, arts and humanities, natural sciences, social sciences, and business and management. So this kind of a spread actually gives and places us very well to contribute to the society, as the university is trying to connect with the public sector as well as the industry to make an impact to the society. Now, as far as our students are concerned, we are very proud that this is one of the most sought universities in the country. So over 70,000 applicants apply to our different programs, and out of those, we just select about 3,000. So it's very competitive to get to this university. We are very proud that even despite being a STEM-focused university, our female population in the student body is about 1/3. Now, again, I would like to share the statistic that we are attracting students from all stratas of the society in the country. As you can see, about 30% of our students are coming from very humble financial backgrounds. Their family income is less than about 80,000 rupees, or I would say about $250 per month. I'm going to share a little bit about our research focus. So the university is research intensive. We have very state-of-the-art facilities as far as the labs are concerned. We are also housing 6 national centers of excellence in our university. And this gives us the edge to really utilize these state-of-the-art technologies to contribute to the betterment of the society. Again, we have one of the oldest entrepreneurial ecosystems that has been developed in this university. We have filed over 1,100 patents, and out of those, 240 have been awarded. And they are also being commercialized, as you can see on the slide, that we have actually contributed 220 billion Pakistani rupees to the national economy as a university. Again, connecting with the industry has always been a challenge. And in that regard, what we did was we have actually established the first science and technology park of the country within the university campus. So what it has done is that it has brought the industry at our doorstep. Now, our faculty and students are being engaged with the science and technology park in terms of consultants and student internees. The industry is benefiting from this ecosystem that we have. And similarly, we are benefiting because we are integrating the knowledge that we gain from the industry to our curriculums and to our classrooms. Also, there has been extensive investments that have been made by venture capitalists in the startups that we have in the Science and Technology Park. Faculty is the core of any university, and we are again very proud that we have faculty members who have diverse experiences. So most of them have actually obtained their PhDs and higher degrees from all across the globe. So I always say that you name a country and I can bring you a faculty member that has done a PhD from that country. So this is the sort of diversity that we have at this university. And they are contributing in a big way to advance our curriculums, to bring innovation into our policy making. Our alumni is spread all across the globe, and they are contributing again in a very big manner, giving back to the university in various ways. They conduct sessions for our students. They also contribute to our need-based programs to support the university initiatives as well as the needy students. Now, in terms of rankings, we usually follow the QS World Rankings. So we are at number 3 in South Asia and 68 in Asia. In terms of employer reputation, we take a lot of pride in that. We are at 98 in the world. Engineering programs are ranked at 127th in the world. Overall, the university ranks at 371. Now, again, as Dr. Hamood mentioned in his presentation, it is very important to connect globally to make an impact. And in that regard, we are actually collaborating with 293 universities across the globe, which are spread across 56 different countries. The way that in which we usually collaborate, it's to have faculty and student exchanges, joint research. We also have this very unique concept of having a twin lab. There is no funding attached. What we do is that we associate one of our research labs to another research lab that is based in another country. They just share resources, both in terms of equipment and human resource, and then they have joint publications and a lot of impact that comes out of such initiatives. At this forum, I would take the liberty to invite all of you, all the international guests who explore what NAS is offering. We would like you to invite you to visit the campus as well. It's a very vibrant campus, and we would certainly be very keen to collaborate with all of you. Thank you very much for paying attention.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, we'll have the presentation by Dr. Awais for Beria University. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much, Z, for giving us this opportunity to present Beria University to this August gathering. So I would be also taking approximately 5 minutes to introduce Beria University to you. There is a lot to share, but I'll be as quick as possible. So Beria University is a very young educational institute, and our journey of becoming a university started back in 1995. We got status as a university back in 2000. And since then, for the last 25, 26 years, we have been serving as a federally chartered public sector university of Pakistan. I'll show you the current statistics of our university first to explain the scale at which we are currently operating. We are a university having a student population of roughly around 24,000 plus. We have a very good gender ratio of almost 1-to-1, which shows our very strong belief towards equal opportunities for all. We have a faculty base of over 1,600 plus, which includes both the permanent and the faculty which comes from the industry, as was being also highlighted in the previous talk, where the industrial linkages was being highlighted. So that's one way to go about it. And our university keeps a very strong presence of faculty coming from the industry as professor of practice. We are offering over 150 degree programs in 14 different academic domains. It's a university having 6 campuses in the 3 main cities of Pakistan, that's Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore. We have an alumni base of over 55,000 plus, and a university that has got 83 international linkages with universities around the world. We're also very proud of the fact that we have a very diversified student body, I think amongst the very few universities in Pakistan to attract international students. And in total, we've got students from 28 different nationalities of the world. Despite our young age, we are also very proud of the fact that our university is rated amongst the top 350 young universities of the world, a ranking which is done by Times Higher Education. That's our location on Pakistan maps for all the foreign dignitaries who are visiting us and attending this event. So very ideally located, the northern, the Midlands, and also the southern part of the country is being catered for by this university. Since we are a federally chartered public sector university, so by default, the president of Pakistan is the chancellor. Then comes the pro-chancellor, who is the serving chief of the naval staff, and the rector is Vice Admiral Abid Hamid. The vision of our university is to become a knowledge and creativity-driven international university that contributes towards the development of society. And the mission is to ensure academic excellence through deliverance of quality education and applied research in a collegiate environment, having strong linkages with the industry and international community to meet the societal challenges. The key here, which I just want to highlight, is that both in the vision and mission, you could see that our purpose, which is the development of society, we are clearly highlighting that we can only do that if we collaborate, if we link with the local and international organization, because that's the only way that bigger objective of development of society can be achieved. In order to attain this vision, there are several strategic themes which this university is actively pursuing, focusing on education, research, partnerships, internationalization, having conducive infrastructure, and obviously the financial viability. Now, coming to the academic outlay of Beria University, we are a university, as I mentioned, having presence in various cities of Pakistan. So in Islamabad, we are catering for different domains of education, such as business, humanities and social sciences, law. That's also one of the very prominent academic domains of our university, engineering and applied sciences, psychology, and our School of Hospitality Management, which we are running in collaboration with the Hashu School. Health sciences in Islamabad is also one of the recent development. We've started an MBBS program there. Then Karachi, we've got a similar sort of setup as I highlighted in Islamabad, but the difference is because we are connected with Navy as well, so therefore maritime is one of the academic domains which we exclusively pursue in Pakistan through formal education. So our School of Maritime is based in Karachi. Our Institute of Professional Psychology, also one of the very popular academic domain. Health sciences in Karachi is much more diversified, offering various domains of health sciences related education, as you could see on this slide. Lahore, comparatively a smaller setup, having just 3 departments at the moment, but obviously we are continuously evolving. So our student population of 24,000 plus is spread across various disciplines, which I highlighted. Business having the majority of the student population, followed by engineering sciences. Then comes the humanities, social sciences, psychology, health sciences, law, and maritime domain. I'm also proud of the fact that our university houses over 300 plus international students there from 28 different nationalities. I think with respect to number of nationalities, we may be amongst the first 2-3 universities, and also with respect to the international student numbers. And this really adds a lot of cultural diversity on our campus and in our learning as well. With respect to research, I would highlight that our university, just like any educational institute, started off as a teaching-based university, but we are continuously evolving into becoming a more research-focused university by having setups such as ORIC, our incubation centers, our own science and technology park, which we have established just last year in Karachi. That shows our intention of connecting with the industry and ensuring that whatever research output we produce should be relevant to the industry. And as a result of that, many of our faculty members are amongst the top 2% scientists of the world. As I was highlighting in the vision and mission, that we strongly believe in connection and collaboration. So we've got various local partner institutions at the university level, at the industry, and then also various not-for-profit organizations as well. Although we've got over 200 such partners, but just showing you the diversity of these partnerships through this particular slide. Lastly, coming to the international linkages, one of the things which we're very proud of, our university has got a very strong international outlook, and we are very glad to be part of this WUACD network since 2021, and a very strong connection with Erlangen University, thanks to many good friends such as Dr. Saud, who have helped us achieve this. Now, we've got partnerships in various countries around the world, as could be seen on this world map, but I'll show you very quickly the name of those universities we have connected with. In Albania, we have got one partner university. We've got 3 partner universities which are in Australia, 1 in Bangladesh. We've got 13 partner universities which are in China, 2 in Canada. Then we've got 1 in France, 2 in Indonesia, 1 in Iran, 1 in Italy. There are 2 partner universities in Kazakhstan. Thanks to the Kazakh embassy, I could see Mr. Bunabek there for their support in helping us connect with the universities there. Kyrgyzstan, we've got 2 partner universities, 7 in Malaysia. Then we've got 1 in Maldives, 2 in Netherlands, 1 in Philippines. We've got 1 partner university in Poland. We've got 2 in Romania, 2 partner institutes in Somalia, 2 in South Korea. There are 2 partner universities in Spain. There are 11 partner universities in Turkey, 1 in Thailand, 1 in Uganda, thanks to comstech, which helped us connect with them. There are 12 partner institutes in the United Kingdom, 4 in USA, and there are 5 partner universities in Uzbekistan. And with all these universities, we maintain a very active liaison, and we follow different avenues of collaboration, such as exchange of students, faculty, credit transfer, articulation arrangement, joint research projects, conferences, summer school programs, guest lectures, faculty training, learning visits, invitation to various academic events, and also study tours plus internships. And we'll be very much interested to explore all these avenues of collaboration with the institutes who are visiting us today. So thank you very much for your time and listening.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would like to invite Ms. Muniba Nasir for presentation on ComStats University Islamabad.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I am Muniba Nasir, Head International Office from ComStat University Islamabad. Let me introduce you about my university. We have 7 different campuses in 7 cities of Pakistan. The student population of more than 39,000 students, offering 119 degree programs across 23 academic departments and under 6 faculties. We have a strong alumni body of more than 100,000. working in different categories and contributing to the Pakistani economy. I would like to show you, we are consistently being ranked in the top 3 universities of Pakistan in the major university rankings of QS and Times Higher Education, as well as the impact ranking as well. I have a small video to show you, which you will see and have a good idea about the facilities at our Islamabad campus, the Abbottabad campus, Lahore, Wa, Attak, Sahibal, and Bihar. Please.
Welcome to ComSat's University Islamabad, an institution dedicated to excellence in education, research, and innovation. CUI's flagship campus in Islamabad is surrounded by the scenic Margalla Hills. Lahore campus features historical architecture in a strategic location. Abbottabad campus offers a resort-like setting with a favorable climate. WUACD campus expanded from a guest house to purpose-built academic blocks since 2012. Attak campus fulfills the dream of an IT institute, serving Punjab and KPK. Sahawal campus is committed to provide state-of-the-art training and education to students. In the heart of Indus Valley civilization, the Bahari campus focuses on research culture, economic development, driven by market forces, technology, and globalization. Our campuses offer state-of-the-art facilities and a vibrant campus life that nurtures the intellectual and personal growth of our students. From sports to arts, from clubs and societies to community service initiatives, our students have ample opportunities to explore their passions, develop leadership skills, and create lifelong friendships. Research is at the heart of what we do. Our dedicated faculty members and students are engaged in cutting-edge research across a wide range of disciplines, from science and technology to social sciences and humanities. Together, they are pushing the boundaries of knowledge and finding solutions to real-world problems. ComSat's University Islamabad is proud of its diverse and accomplished alumni, who are making significant contributions to society both nationally and internationally. ComSat's University Islamabad, igniting minds, shaping futures.
Thank you so much. Building on this overview, the ComSat University Islamabad is increasingly focused on translating academic excellence into community impact and meaningful collaborations in following 4 priority areas: technology for the community development, such as artificial intelligence, data-driven agriculture, public health solutions, and disaster management. Number 2, the sustainable development and climate resilience, such as the water resource management, the skill development and the youth empowerment areas where we can introduce and collaborate on different training programs, digital skills development, and entrepreneurial activities. And lastly, the student and faculty mobility programs. We are especially interested in promoting South-South collaboration. And I would like to welcome you and invite you to our wonderful ComSat's Art Gallery at the Islamabad campus, where right now we have an exhibition going on, The Imperfect Canvas. The in charge ComSat's Art Gallery, Ms. Farah, is with us. She will be hosting you over there. Please do visit us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Up next, for New Tech University, I would like to invite the Director ORIC, Brigadier Sunwan. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, and very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Registrar of National University of Technology, and I have been also looking after the industrial collaboration. Before we are going to run the clip about our university, I would like to just briefly talk about my university. Our university motto is University for Industry, and we mean it. And how we mean it? It is in terms of working, as it was talked about, Dr. Saab, research, development, and innovation. So we're working with the defense industry also, and with the private industry also. We are the only university which has got its front desk in Karachi chamber, and whatever happening and wherever it is happening in the Karachi industry, so we are always keep an eye on it. And recently we have started up with our research center and the skills center in Karachi. Then there are few peculiarities of our university in comparison to rest of the universities in Pakistan. We are the only university which looks after the national qualification framework of Pakistan in its totality, starting from very first step till 8th. Rest of the universities in Pakistan, they looks after undergrad, postgrad, and PhDs. That is 6, 7, and 8 stage. So we look after the first 5 stages also, which comes from 3 months skill training, 6 months, 9 months. So which is usually the task of the vocational colleges. That is also part and parcel of us. So we focus on online courses also, professional development courses, and then we have international collaboration in terms of both the sides. So coming over to the first 5 stages, which talks about the skill training and the diploma training and diplomas of different types, whereby we have collaboration with China. Our student studies for 2 years here in Pakistan, in our university, and for 1 year in China, in 3-4 different universities of China. And then they are being employed part of Chinese industry, or they can fall back. Then we are sending our students to one of the course in Japan, whereby they study over here for 1 year and 4 years in Japan. It's completely sponsored. And then we are also sending in hospitality management, our students to Finland, and it is being recognized by Finland and other European countries, whereby they get training for about 9 months here and 3 months in Finland. So when you talk of the Higher Education Commission, so we are the technology university, whereby we are running the BTech civil program, and that also in collaboration with the ABAD, Association of Builders and Developers. So the basic question which comes in their mind was that when the civil engineer comes out in the market, he still requires 2 years to learn. So what is the purpose of this education? So we have dovetailed their requirement, and every year for 2 months, our student goes straight into the industry and works with them. So by the time they get graduated from our university, they are well acquainted how industry works, and industry is also happy. This is, I'm talking about the construction industry. Then we talk of the higher education. So we are engineering university, we are the IT university, and there are few characteristics which, or in terms of master's program, climate change is one of the name, whereby we have also Erasmus Plus program, which we have, one, and in which there are 4 European Union countries, they are part and parcel, and 3 universities from Pakistan. So that masters is very, you're going to see it in the list of masters. And then we have the Overseas Employment Promoter License as a university, means any university collaborate in terms of sending the human resource. We don't require third party. So wherever Chinese or the Japanese or the Finnish people, they are working with us. So it means whatever study program we make with each other, it's all good to go. Then we are also the national qualification awarding body. Within country, we have the strongest ecosystem in complete Pakistan, whereby different vocational centers, they are being affiliated with us. And in terms of sending the HR to any of the country as per the requirements, so to pooling up this manpower is not a big deal. That is very much possible. So the other universities which are, of course, quite old, we just came into being in 2018. So I am just telling in comparison with the rest of the university where we can support, and being the very new university, still we are making our footprint in the rest of the education system of Pakistan. Now I'm going to show you the clip. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. That is all from my side. We have small leaflets of the university, which I'm going to distribute so that you can have eye on it later on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Zahid Majid, who is the Director of International Collaborations, Allama Iqbal Open University.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Dr. Zahid Majid, working as Director International Collaboration and Exchange Office, as well as the additional responsibility with the Director Academic Planning and Course Production at Allama Iqbal Open University. Might be it's quite different university that we are talking here. The open and distance learning is now with all the universities. When we have the national open and distance learning policy in the country, so every university is looking after that, how they will come with the hybrid model. And the hybrid model means the face-to-face as well as online programs. The opportunity that I have to share with you that how the Allama Iqbal Open University is having the outreach at the national level and international level. Open University, this is the second largest open university in the world with about 1.2 million students from Pakistan as well as more than 40 countries. University was established in 1974, so we have completed about 51 years now. And currently we are in Pakistan, all over the corner means 53 regional centers. And we have about 1,200 international, mostly overseas Pakistani students in more than 80 programs through online and distance learning programs. University having 4 faculties, and under the 4 faculties, there are about 50 departments. And 50 departments are offering about 280 programs with 3,000 plus our own developed courses. So the own developed courses mean that is on the base and nature of the distance learning. These courses are open source and anyone can access the courses that we have developed available at Allama Iqbal Open University website. So this is open source for everyone. With regard to the collaboration, most of the universities that we have in collaborations are distance learning. We are the president nowadays with the SINVU. SINVU means the Comstech Inter-Islamic Network for the Virtual Universities, Open Universities. So this is second time the Allama Iqbal Open University in Pakistan is a president of the SINVU forum under the Comstech. We also having the executive board membership with the Asian Open Universities, as well as the International Council for Distance Education. University is currently having students from Africa, from Europe, from Australia, New Zealand, from Asia, from Europe. So I means the 40 countries that cover all the continents. With all this, we also having collaborations with the governments and cultural ministries of different countries. In last 4 years, we have established the Turkish Language and Culture Center at our university, so where we are offering the Turkish language courses that is established, formal courses that we are offering to the students who are having aim to go to Turkey for the higher education. And the same is we have a collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Russian Federation. So the Pakistan Open Distance Learning Russian Federation was established in 2023. So this is the Language and Culture Center of Russian government in Allama Iqbal Open University at Allama Iqbal University, where we offer the Russian language course of different levels. So for last 4 years or 3 years, we have more than 10 batches, and the students are able to secure their jobs as well as the higher education in Russia. The third center recently we established as a Japanese Language and Culture Center, and there is a discussion going on with the French government for the French Language and Culture Center. So this is one of the languages center in Pakistan, and all these centers are with the governments or different governments institutions. So the fee structure is very economical. First, we introduced these courses without any fee, but now we have about 3,000 to 5,000 rupees for 3 months. So whole course is to having just 3,000 to 5,000. The governments of different countries, they are not charging any fee, but we put the nominal fee that we get to the serious and committed students, that they feel that they have paid something for the things. One of the aim of all these collaboration and international office and universities with the Higher Education Commission aim is to having the footprints of Pakistani universities in the world. So this is very important for us, not only for Allama Iqbal University, for all the former universities. So you can imagine with 1,200 students that we have in last 3 to 5 years, but this international office is having students not only for 3 years. We established the Overseas Education Center or department in 1993 and 1994. So this is one of the oldest international with the admissions of the international students in Pakistan. Last year we have 1,200 students, and this gave us about 20% of our total revenue of the university. And this is only university in Pakistan not having any penny from the government of Punjab or Higher Education Commission as a budget. So we are self-sustained, and one of the self-sustained budget that we generated through the international office and international students. So these 1,200 students last year paid $700,000 to the university. So this is what we are having the things, and this is also the soft image of Pakistan. So most of the students are overseas Pakistani, but we do have the students citizenship of Chinese citizen, UK, Canadian, and other countries. With all this, we also having exchange programs, and these exchange programs called the fellowship programs, where the fellowships means that we as a university, we are just paying to our students as well as the faculty member, the tickets, and the host university is paying for the accommodation and food. So this is mutual understanding between the university, where we having the exchange program from 2 weeks to 3 months. We also welcome the students from different countries. So Indonesian students are coming for the short courses like Arabic and English, and the same is the Egyptian students coming for the Urdu language, and the Russian students also having exchange program with the Urdu as well as the cultural program. So these are the activities that we have at Allama Iqbal University. We welcome all the national level as well as international universities for further collaboration and exchange programs. If they are having, you can follow and you can access me through the Open University International Office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Tariq Wahij from Zebist to present on behalf of Zebist. Please, sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Well, you are the audience. I may be allowed to speak across, because when you speak, you state, and you will state should the need so arise. Well, thanks to the organization for inviting me to speak across. Well, one feels elevated when you are speaking from this podium. You feel as if you are addressing 1/3 of the globe. And behind you, the flags, are hoisted from the representative countries. Well, I should have a digital sport to speak about the campus. Well, this is the Zebist University, established by a distinguished lady, Benazir Bhutto, with the name Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Institute of Science and Technology. as compared to the universities, traditional universities, it's very small university, but of course, very smart. Because it had to work with the missionary zeal. And it was established to see the uplift of the dejected and rejected segment of the society. And they belong to the woman folk. Well, as regards the courses, we have main 4 courses: IT, management, sciences, media, and social sciences. And let me add that these courses have been recognized and have fulfilled the laid down criteria of all the established regulatory authorities in the country, approved by the federal government of Pakistan. Well, we work with the missionary zeal. And as regards the commercialization is concerned, we leave to the market to decide for us. As regards the teaching, as Professor has illustrated in his very illuminating talk, and I was taking the notes as a student sitting in there, and a wave of nostalgia overcame me, when I was listening to your lectures, mashallah. And you have listed each and everything. Rather, you have given an agenda for the whole of the universities established not only in Pakistan, but the rest of the world. Well, as regards the teaching is concerned, in classroom, the teacher-taught relationship is based on the platonic relationship. There is a connection between each and every student with the teacher. We teach them, we train them, and now we also transform them, so that the real life of the student begins across the barrier of the university, because he has to withstand with the odds of the society. And society begins from the university. This is the university which trains the humans to live in the society in an honorable way. As regards its international linkage is concerned, this has not been amply established by creating the campuses across the world. But wherever the campuses are working, they are doing the meaningful purpose. We have a campus in Karachi, we have a campus in Hyderabad, we have a campus in Ladkhana, and we have a campus in Dubai. Well, as regards the teaching is concerned, we believe that the students who leave the university, they should be purposeful leader in the gamut of global governance. And we have found our students, studying in the reputed universities of the world. If I have to name, they are Oxford, Cambridge, MIT, Columbia, and name any reputed university of the world, we have our students. And they are over there, not on their personal expenses, but on the fellowship which they have attended. As regard their training, we often organize their orientation tours to the established principal industrial centers. We also take them to the embassies based in Islamabad. We take them to the parliamentary houses. And in campus, we also organize their mock sessions, their simulation exercises on the Parliament, on the United Nations. So they should remain well acquainted with the working of the board. West. One of the scintillating features which I need to mention is that we are also training our students with the cooperation of Islamabad Capital Police. And for the last few years, our students have been assisting the police and the administration of Islamabad. And they have done a wonderful work. Then I must say that the university is well equipped to deal with the challenges. For instance, I have to refer the days of COVID. During the days of COVID, the University was one of the first to reach each and every home. And we had tried for that. We had prepared for that even before, when we heard that the COVID was coming. And during those days, the university was not stopped working even for a single hour, and no class was lost. The whole of the sessions were completed. So this is how we work. I wish I had a digital support to offer, but I was just told that I have to speak up, and I could not miss this opportunity to speak to this learned audience. And with these words, once again, thank you very much. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Meher to present on behalf of Air University.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dr. Meher Nigar, and it's a privilege to stand here on this August forum and to represent my university, which is Air University, which I am representing on behalf of Director OIC. I will just give you a very quick bird's eye view of Air University. Air University is a very young university. It was established in 2002. It's a federally chartered public sector university. And but it has expanded very quickly. We currently have 2 campuses in Islamabad. In addition, we have 4 more campuses, one in Multan, one in Kharia, one in Kamra, and one in Karachi. And we started out as a STEM-heavy university, but we have other departments like health sciences, aviation management, national computing, cybersecurity, etc. And basically, our curriculums have a strong SDG focus. There's a high priority that the curriculums and the student projects are aligned with the SDGs. And then in addition to that, the university has a very robust ecosystem with departments like ORIC, ICO. We have a very robust business incubation center, which encourages startups to incubate their ideas. And then in addition to that, we have a department dedicated to continued professional development, which are also collaborating currently with the TVET sector, and they are conducting vocational courses. So we have a very, very robust and a very open environment which encourages collaboration, both national and international. And I invite you all to come and visit our university to get a detailed presentation in which we will give you all the statistics. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Ghufran Ahmed, Director of Student Affairs, to present on behalf of International Islamic University. Please, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alif Lam Mim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Ya Wahid. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, Sadaqallahul Azim. I'm feeling very honored and proud in introducing
IIUI by first letting you all know that we are truly an international Islamic university with two separate campuses. We are having separate campus for the male students, and we are having a purely separate campus for the female students. And this is one of the very, very important and distinguishing feature of the International Islamic University, Islamabad, Pakistan. And secondly, we are truly again an international university, as currently we are representing 42 international countries whose students are studying in the different faculties, different 11 faculties of International Islamic University. And here, with very huge amount of respect, sir, I really would like to add one thing for which I might be in absolute minority in claiming that. But to me, the primary purpose or the primary objectives of the institutions at higher level is to create civilized human beings. To me, this, conducting research, out of that research, creation of the knowledge, then out of that particular creation of the knowledge and, entering into the new horizons of innovation and all that, the ultimate outcome is to be the deployment of a civilized human being who might have been having all the potential and capabilities to execute whatever new innovations might have been facilitating the mankind in a very, very ethical and moral level, actually. If we have to look into the margins and the chances of, looking into the collaborations and the linkages, we must have paid the utmost and the ultimate focus to this particular aspect, that why this higher education and this collaboration and this research and innovation is getting that much expensive that it is going to be unaffordable to the majority of the student population of, at least in Pakistan, paying very high fee to different semesters and to different degree programs. This is somehow unacceptable to me, unethical. We must first look into this phenomena, that how could we offer this education? We must conduct some that type of research which could help our younger generations to have no worries as far as financing education and studies are concerned. And I really would like to share one of my personal experience here with you all, very respectable audience. In 2014, I got the honor and the prestige to present my research paper in a conference in Harvard University. I was also sitting into those lush green lawns in front of the that very famous picture and the shape of Harvard and all that. And there I haven't seen any student busy using cell phones, busy looking, worrying about the payment of the fee and, wasting the time. We have to actually try to find out those ways which could make our students and the younger generation to engage
mentally by owning whatever he or she is expected to learn and to have the real impact of whatever he or she might have been learning into the university in his, interactions. If we are offering, PhD and the postdoc studies, and at the end, our graduate is only thinking about the commercial aspect of one of the research or one of the innovation, or to grow in his career or her career, then to me, we haven't justified, we haven't produced a civilized, educated human being. So to me, as I already mentioned this something, I might have been in absolute minority in requesting, in first claiming, and then requesting you all to please, in our collaboration, into the areas of, the research, we also look into the humanistic aspect of, the mankind and all that. And initially in my introduction, I said I feel proud, of having my association of 24 years long association with IIUI, International Islamic University, Islamabad. Out of our 11 faculties, we are having 2 faculties which I guess we are offering only in the whole world. Faculty of Sharia and Law. Sharia compliance. If it is going to be a product or service or interaction or issues of daily life and all that. And then we are having Faculty of Usuluddin, for which people come from all over the world to study here. I have been to Russia 4 times in last 10 years, and my hosts were always the graduates of International Islamic University's Faculty of Sharia and Law, and they are serving as the muftis, and they are giving fatwa to their government on those issues for which their government need assistance actually. And as I told you, early, that we are having a purely separate campus for male students and for the female students. Right now, we are having 34 to 35,000 students registered in our university. I invite you, by all means, to please pay us a visit too. We are having 7 independent and autonomous international Islamic universities throughout the world. In majority of our faculties, at least 70%, we try our level best to keep their semester fee at the lower level. And few of the faculties, market-driven faculties of the computer sciences and this business administration and then this international relations and all that, relevant faculties, we are charging little higher amount of fee to our graduates. And I assure you and I guarantee you, at least 50% of the students who used to sit in front of me as my audience and my student in my class of business management and those, the self-finance faculties, they always have the worry of paying the fee of the next semester. Inflation, higher fee, at least in Pakistan, government and HEC and all that, they are cutting the budget of higher education, and universities are left with no other option except raising the fees, semester fee of the student. To me, if we have to move in this unethical way, we must have been, developing some new terminology to name us
to all those universities who are charging higher amount of fee. We have to, I request you to conduct research in those areas to at least offer our youth to have no worries about financing their higher education like majority of the European countries. Higher education is all free in European countries. We need to develop those type of international linkages and collaboration which must have been solving this issue. Sir, at International Islamic University, we are having the top facility of the hostels, again, separate for the female campus and for the male campus. We are having the best transport fleet of the twin cities of Rawalpindi and Islamabad. We are having the top faculty, international faculty members from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, from majority of the Muslim countries, students from Russia, students from this Bosnia, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Somalia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Bangkok. They are here in our university. And I very, warmly invite the Indonesian universities to send your students to our university too. And there is, a huge margin and the chance and the probability of developing linkages and collaboration. With this, I really would like to thank you all and particularly to the organizers of this event. And inshallah, this of the initiative would definitely be benefiting majority of the universities globally. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. With the continuity of Dr. Gufran's presentation, I want to explain that this is the only one university, rather in whole Pakistan, that has segregated system of male and female campuses, with the whole equally much better than female in some cases, the better facilities for the female, and the whole resources are divided into two campuses. And in female campus, we have, our girls are sitting here, students there. I think that we have a very well-equipped gymnasium that is not in all Pakistan for female only. And this is international standard gyms, and we are having sports, we are having inter-varsity competitions, and we have very well-equipped labs that are also shared both male and female. And we have less time, so I request if there is link that they can run our video on this so that you can see that how much vast and big infrastructure is both equally segregated. In between is a big library, and on the one side is female, the other side are male. And the girls are having much better and more opportunities. And we have 11,500 female students that are more than the male students in our university. So I want to just explain this positive aspect. And we have very good daycare center, the best daycare which I have after 12 years experience in the field. I saw that the best daycare center was found here. And other career counseling and other facilities for the female. So thank you very much. I find it my right to explain female side also. That is, in all other universities, it is not completely segregated, but we are running in both sides and having very good and eminent professors, even in female professors. And I request all other female also, you can come to our university female campus to present your research and your knowledge, share knowledge with our girls students, to be a role model in our female campus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. The final presentation will be by Health Services Academy. And for that, I would like to invite Dr. Tariq, please, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present introduction and brief introduction of Health Services Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Health Services Academy was established in 1988 as a attached department of Ministry of Health and to train the public health professionals in health sectors. And in 1994, we got affiliation with Qadir University and started the MS program for 1 year, Master in Public Health. And in 2002, it got autonomous status, and in 2018, it got as a degree awarding institute by the Act of the Parliaments. And 2020, the first vice chancellor was appointed, and now we have 5 faculties and 11 departments. Most of them said that we are a young university, but we say that we are newly born baby, a new university, especially in the public health sector. This is a unique university for 250 million people. Our mandate, as per HSA Act for the Parliament Act, to provide a training, capacity buildings, research, and policy advice to the government, especially in the health, animal sciences, technology, and allied disciplines. Now we have basic few stats on a campus. Currently, we have 3,177 students, and we have trained 150,000 people in the health sector, and especially in public health. And now we have more than 45 PhD faculty members and 18 degree programs and more than 50 diplomas. And we have more than 200 linkages and research grants, about $5.8 million US. Our major centers was the Health Wellness Center, is the first one, a wellness center in Pakistan at Health Service Academy. And second, the Business Incubation Center, Center of Excellence, and the Skill Lab is a state-of-the-art skill lab and a health sector as well as environmental sectors and a nursing and midwifery as well. So regarding academic and institutional strength, in 2019, we have just 6 faculty members. Now we have crossed 81s, and including the 45 PhDs and 9 MPhils. And now we have, in 2019, we have just only 1 department. Now we have 8 departments, especially in public health, mental and child health, global health, health economics and management, public mental health, as exclusive public health law, and for allied health sciences. So these are the emerging fields in health sectors which have the future in next years, especially in allied health sciences. Most of the people say that the next future, the future in the health is only the allied health sciences. So we are offering the allied health discipline. First university, we are offering the allied health disciplines, and we are registered with Allied Health Council. And I'm glad to tell you about that. We have a 001 number in Allied Health Councils as a registered allied health disciplines. So these are the allied health disciplines, especially in medical lab technology, optometry, dental, cardiac perfusions, operation theater, respiratory therapy, and anesthesia. So next, if we look regarding the enrollments, let's start with the 2025 students. Now we have 4,267 students now, and we are increasing day by day. Regarding the share, in MS, we have 1,663 students, and at the undergraduate level, 2,395 students, and at PhD, We have started 3 PhD in public health, PhD in medical education, PhD in sports sciences, and also we are going to start PhD in health economics and management. These are the diplomas we are offering online in hybrid models, and online as well as in persons. We have more than 50 diploma we are offering. Just you mentioning only 16, and we have trained more than 1,500 students. So regarding the research, you can see that the graph is growing up. They per years number of publications, and now each year 129, 2009, and 316. We have journals, public quality journal registered, recognized in HEC, as well as we have more than now we have publication more than 450 around this is old figures. We have a strong linkages, international as well as local, foreign 27, national 174, and overall 201 linkages, including World Bank, UNICEF, WHO, UNFPA, USAID, DRG, all the international organizations are highly linked with these, and we are working together. So just I want to show them further two slides, collaboration between OIC, comstech, and WUACD collaborations. The first area that where we can collaborate, the Center of Excellence joint developments regarding in public health, as we have mentioned, we have only one institute for 250 millions in the public health sectors, health economics and management, One Health, pandemic preparedness. I'm the national coordinator of we have a mega project in One Health regarding funded by the government of Pakistan. Secondly, the dual degree, we can start dual degree programs, certification program in public health, allied health disciplines, as we have mentioned that the allied health is the growing emerging fields, and the next in the future, academic research collaborations, joint supervision, MS, PhD levels, collaborative publications, and multi-country research in the SDGs and the health system. And the digital health innovations, telemedicines, AI-based health solutions and regulations, and in the future is about the AI, especially in the health sector, telemedicine, because we see that in future the role of the doctor will be minimized because by using telemedicines. The scholarship and funding, we can join collaboration through the joint scholarship for the OIC students and research grants, innovation funding, capacity building. And this is the last slide. We can collaborate through the academic and faculty, visiting faculty exchange program, short-term mobility programs, and co-supervision postgraduate, and a student exchange program as well, exchange opportunity for a BS, MS, PhD levels, public health, allied health disciplines, health economics and management, mental health, and especially in BS nursing and midwifery. We are the first institute who started the program in BS nursing and BS midwifery, which is the dire need of the country as well as abroad. And allied health clinical trainings, joint certification lab, radiology, respiratory, skilled transfer through the partner institutions, and clinical exposure in advanced health systems. And the joint research innovation regarding the pandemic preparedness, health system strengthening, digital health, telemedicine, evidence-based policy makings, and regarding the capacity buildings, we can enhance the trainings for the policymakers, and we can start a distance learning program jointly and a knowledge sharing platform across the OIC member countries. So I request you all to visit the HSA. This is only the one institute who will provide giving education, preventive education. Prevention is more better than the cure. We are not giving the education after the illness, just to save the people's of the future for the generations. So I request you all visit the HSA for further collaboration. In the last, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. As we have run a bit late, what we'll do is we'll move the discussion over lunch, and post lunch, whoever is interested, we can have meeting rooms organized as well for any discussions. So to close off the session, I'd like to invite Professor Dr. Shahid Mahmood, Honorary Senior Advisor Comstech, for the closing remarks of this academic forum. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum once again. It is an honor for me to give the closing remarks on behalf of Dr. Iqbal Chaudhry. I think in the last hour or so, you've heard the various universities in Pakistan, and these are, some of them are specifically based here in Islamabad, but they have campuses and institutions across the country on what they're doing. Over lunch, we can take this networking further. And on behalf of WUACD Comstech, I can assure you that it'll be our pleasure to ensure that in whichever faculty that you feel there can be a collaborative effort, we will try and encourage that. We have a lot of universities in Pakistan. We have over 120 million kids under the age of 30. So you can imagine that we have to, unlike Indonesia, when I was in Indonesia, I was like pleasantly surprised how many universities you have. We are still at the 300 kind of mark. So we have a lot of potential for collaboration across all the OIC countries and the world. And it'll be a joint effort to try and encourage this collaboration that can, as very well said by you, sir, that we need to produce people who ethically understand the delicate balance of what the world will be. I've already sort of mentioned the way I look at it. We all have to work together to be able to ensure that what we leave behind, not only for our children, but our grandchildren, is something worth living for. And the opportunity is immense. I keep telling my grandchildren that, you think that AI and learning is going to end here. You have only started. AI is just teaching you how to communicate with people across boundaries in a digital format. And with that collective knowledge, if we can fix what we have damaged as nature, we have the whole galaxy out there to pursue and to learn from. So with that, I thank you all for your patience and your presence, and invite you all for the lunch where we can do the networking together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you to the WUACD delegation, our representatives of the CCOE universities, and the participants for being present here today. Please join us for lunch in the lobby. Thank you.